What if your cat has been trying to tell you something and you've been missing it this whole time? Not hunger, not boredom, not even simple attention, something deeper. Because cats are masters of silence. They don't cry for help the way dogs do. They don't make their pain obvious. Instead, they hide it in routines, strange habits, and tiny changes most people never notice. And that's what makes loneliness in cats so dangerous. In this video, you'll discover the hidden signs your cat may be lonely, the behaviors that seem harmless at first, and the one signal many owners ignore until it becomes a serious problem. Watch until the end because the final sign is one of the most overlooked, and it could completely change how you see your cat. Cats have a reputation for being independent. People say they don't need anyone, that they're distant, self-sufficient, mysterious little creatures who are perfectly happy on their own. But that's only half the truth. Yes, cats value space. Yes, they enjoy quiet. But no, that does not mean they never feel lonely. In fact, many indoor cats form deep emotional bonds with their humans, with other pets, and even with their daily routine. And when something changes, when the house gets quieter, when you're away longer, when another pet is gone, your cat can feel that loss more deeply than you think. So how can you tell if your cat is lonely? Let's uncover the signs. 1. They become unusually clingy. The first sign is one that many people mistake for affection. Your cat starts following you everywhere, to the kitchen, to the bathroom, to the bedroom, even waiting outside the door when you leave. Now, yes, some cats are naturally affectionate. But if your cat has suddenly become much more attached than usual, especially after a life change, that may be more than love. It may be emotional dependence caused by loneliness. A lonely cat often turns you into their entire world. You become their comfort, their stimulation, their routine, their safety, and when they feel that connection slipping, even for a few hours, they stay close because they don't want to be alone again. It looks sweet on the surface, but underneath, it may be a quiet cry for connection. 2. They sleep more, but not peacefully. Cats sleep a lot. Everyone knows that. But there's a difference between healthy cat naps and emotional withdrawal. If your cat starts sleeping more than usual, hiding in isolated places, or seeming strangely low energy when they used to be curious and active, loneliness may be part of the picture. For some cats, sleep becomes an escape. When there's not enough stimulation, not enough interaction, not enough emotional engagement, the day starts to blur together, and instead of exploring or playing, they shut down. This is especially common in cats left alone for long hours with little enrichment. And here's the unsettling part: it doesn't always look dramatic. Sometimes the loneliest cat in the house is simply the quietest one. 3. Nighttime chaos starts getting worse. Have you ever wondered why your cat turns into a tiny maniac the moment the house goes dark? The random sprinting, the loud meowing, the jumping on your chest at 3 a.m. Sometimes it's just normal cat behavior, but sometimes it's loneliness finally coming to the surface. If your cat spends much of the day alone with limited play, minimal stimulation, and no outlet for their energy, nighttime becomes their moment to reconnect, to seek attention, to release frustration, to force interaction if they have to. A lonely cat may not wait politely. They may create chaos because chaos gets a response, and to them, even negative attention can feel better than being ignored. 4. Their meowing changes. This sign is easy to overlook because it doesn't always sound dramatic. Your cat starts meowing more, or differently, not just the usual feed me voice. Not the quick chirp at the door, but long, drawn-out meows, repetitive sounds, calling into empty rooms, vocalizing when no one is there. This can be one of the clearest signs of loneliness in cats. Why? Because sound is a way of searching, a way of calling, a way of trying to reconnect with something missing, a person, another pet, or even an old routine. Some cats meow when they feel confused, some meow when they feel anxious, and some meow because the silence in the house has become too heavy. If your cat's vocal behavior suddenly changes, don't ignore it. They may be telling you that their emotional world no longer feels complete. 5. They stop playing or seem interested but give up fast. A lonely cat doesn't always look sad. Sometimes they just look uninterested. You bring out the toy they used to love. They stare at it for a second, maybe bat at it once, then walk away. That loss of engagement matters. Play is one of the biggest windows into a cat's emotional health. It reflects curiosity, confidence, energy, and connection. When a cat stops playing or seems like they want to play but can't fully get into it, that can point to emotional dullness caused by loneliness or chronic boredom. And this is where many owners get it wrong. They assume the cat is just lazy, but in reality, the spark may be fading, and when that spark fades, your cat's whole world starts shrinking. 6. Overgrooming or strange repetitive behavior. Now we get to one of the more serious signs. Your cat starts overgrooming, licking the same patch of fur over and over, pacing, repeating strange routines, sitting in one exact spot for hours. These behaviors can have medical causes, so they should never be ignored. But they can also be linked to stress and emotional distress, including loneliness. Why does this happen? Because when cats feel unsettled and don't know how to fix it, they create patterns. Repetition becomes comfort, grooming becomes self-soothing, pacing becomes an outlet. It's the feline version of trying to calm a mind that doesn't feel secure, and once a lonely cat starts turning stress into ritual, that behavior can become harder to break. 7. They seem fine until you leave the room. This sign is subtle, almost invisible. Your cat looks relaxed while you're nearby, but the second you leave, they get up, they follow, they call for you, or they move to wherever you went. This is not always normal curiosity. Sometimes, it's a sign that your cat has attached their sense of emotional safety to your presence. And when you disappear, even briefly, the room no longer feels right. That's one of the strangest things about feline loneliness. It doesn't always show up when you're watching closely. Sometimes it reveals itself only in the moments your cat thinks they've been left behind. What to do if your cat is lonely? If you're seeing several of these signs, don't panic. Loneliness in cats can often be improved, sometimes dramatically, with a few changes. Start with intentional daily play, not just 5 distracted seconds, but real interaction. Use wand toys, chase games, and short hunting style sessions that let your cat feel engaged again. Add more stimulation too. Their environment: window perches, puzzle feeders, scratching posts, new climbing spots. Hide treats and let them hunt. Create routine. Cats feel safer when life is predictable. And most importantly, be emotionally present when you are home. Sometimes your cat doesn't need non-stop attention. Sometimes they just need to feel that they still matter in your world. In some cases, a compatible feline companion can help, but only if introductions are done carefully. Because another cat is not automatically the answer for every lonely pet. And if your cat's behavior changes suddenly or becomes extreme, always rule out medical issues with a vet first, because sometimes what looks like sadness is pain, and sometimes what looks like independence is just loneliness wearing a mask. Your cat may never say, "I'm lonely." They won't write it on the wall. They won't explain it in words. They'll whisper it through habits, through silence, through strange little changes you almost miss. So if your cat has been acting differently, don't brush it off too quickly. You might not be looking at bad behavior. You might be looking at a cat who misses connection and doesn't know how to ask for it. If this video helped you understand your cat better, watch until the next one, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and support the channel for more deep cat behavior videos.